I want to talk to you guys about how Yin and Yang applies to our practice of Kwan Yin Dao Kung Fu and what that actually means for us. So in Kwan Yin Dao, we separate our system into two different sides. So the one side, you have the soft style, which generally encompasses Tai Chi, soft styles of Qigong, so stuff like the 8 pieces of brocade, the Yi Jing, the 5 healing sounds, medical Qigong, that type of stuff, stretching, flexibility, meditation, all that kind of falls under soft style. Then on the other side, you have the hard style. So the hard style, we have, obviously the Kung Fu practice, the different Kung Fu forms, as well as the, sparring, sanda or kickboxing type of stuff, grappling, throwing, joint locks, and and hard style Qigong. So the hard style Qigong is stuff that's done with tension to help with building and establishing alignments. So in general, when you're training the hard style, the idea and the concept is iron wrapped in silk. So to have hardness in the body and then a soft kind of exterior to still accept and yield and be able to time things appropriately. So training in both, you get to the center and you're able to then actually build and grow in a good way of application. So one of the things that we say is at the precipice, hard and soft style meet. So we're growing together as we practice both of those lines or frames of thought. In the soft style, it's from inside to outside. So the main focus in soft style is to soften, to relax, to build your awareness and to build your intention and your intent. As you train that, gradually everything else starts to build on that piece. So from inside to outside. Hard style from outside to inside. Like I was saying earlier, you use tension to help you establish alignments, and then from that, you can gradually shave away, and then that, helps to improve your structure, helps to improve your alignments, because then you have the muscular support around it, okay? So soft style, inside to outside, hard style, outside to inside. A simple way to help you kind of gauge and direct your practice is this phrase. So we always say, sorry guys, we always say that if your mind is active, or your mind will be more active when your body is more still. When your body is more active, that will then help your mind be more still. So, like I said in the earlier video, yin and yang is key. When you are very sedentary in your lifestyle and in what you're doing, then it's important to put activity into the body, because that will help your mind come to quiet itself. In the flip side, if you are more active, then it's important to kind of still the body, so that way you can kind of let the mind decompress and actually work through all that kind of stuff. So the practices of meditation are good to help kind of calm, center, and work in the mind. Moving practices help to kind of declutter the mind through the body. So both, you're kind of reaching a center point, but you're going to have to kind of gauge when to use one or when to use the other, right? If you're already really active all the time, then obviously you want more stillness. If you already have a lot of stillness, you want more activity. When we practice our standing meditation, if we're doing the soft styles of standing meditation, one of the aspects of that is seeking movement and stillness. So seeking movement and stillness, what that means for us in the beginning is, as I stand, you're going to try to build your awareness to feel where your tension is pulling you out of whack. And then as you stand, or in this case, as I'm sitting here, as I sit, I'm letting my body pay attention, letting my mind pay attention to where my body wants to pull itself out of these alignments, and I'm setting this, like Adam Chan says, container, but I'm setting the shape and the awareness of movement, leading up with the crown point, sinking the sacrum, wrapping the body. And as I do that, my body is going to want to pull out of one way or another. If my low back is tight, I'm going to start to feel that want to crunch. If I have tension in my hips or in my legs, I'm going to start to feel that kind of pull and compress in. So the goal is while I'm standing here, without changing the posture, just to feel that movement that's coming up in me in stillness, and allow that to release into the shape of the posture. Gradually, that'll make you holding the posture more and more and more efficient as time goes on. And that's one of the things that only time can give you. So it's not something that we can really rush along, but rather just stay with it, and then gradually your body will open up, and then things will start to kind of calm, release, and balance and calibrate. Now, on the flip side, in the hard style, when we're doing standing meditation in the hard style, this would be temple stances or co-stances, or any sort of form movement where we're holding the different posture or the different position, because the postures in hard style, the stances are a little bit more open. They're a little bit more to focus on that muscular tension. And so knowing the alignments in the stance is important, because you should be holding that and stretching the body into it. So the difference between soft style standing, so like say hug the tree, like I was just describing, seeking stillness or seeking movement and stillness, when we're practicing Kung Fu, we're putting that movement in the body, and that's creating that stillness. So it's not comfortable. It's meant to be a tool to help you deal with and handle suffering. So it's very much in that kind of Buddhist way of looking at things, where to find the root of your own suffering. To find the root of your own suffering, a lot of times you have to face it, right? You have to face that suffering. So when you're doing temple stances, yes, it should be painful. Yes, you should have this kind of resistance. But when you have the alignments correct, then that pain is not going into the joint, because you're supporting the body properly. If you don't have those alignments, then gradually that will turn into joint pain, because muscularly, the postures are aligned in such a way to help you build muscular support. And so if you're not using that, if you're fatiguing, then you will be gradually injuring yourself. So it's important in those cases to really have a solid understanding, and like Master Ong used to say, it's more important to have quality practice instead of forcing and shoving yourself through stuff. Quality practice means knowing the alignments, keeping the alignments, and being able to keep the alignments. If your muscles start to fatigue and your body starts to wear out, those alignments are going to get really janky, and it's going to hurt, right? And not hurt in a good way. So when you're practicing your stances, know first the alignment of that temple stance. How am I supposed to be holding this? What are the things that I'm supposed to be engaging here? When I can feel that those muscles are giving out, okay, well, switch, move on, do something else, right? Stretch out, open up, and then return back to the practice. As time goes on, gradually you can work past those sticking points, because that muscular strength and ability will be built. So when I'm working with my students, I tell them train for about 30 seconds in each stance to really try to get that and hone that in. Then you can start upping that, and then when you start getting to the level of our adult classes, we hold each stance for about a minute or so, and then we go from there. Traditionally, when Phim and Ong started teaching here in the States, he started people off with like 3 minutes in each stance. And then very quickly he started finding out that that's way too much for a lot of people. So then he toned it back to about that minute range for the adult classes. Now for kids, a lot of times, especially because there's a lot of other mental stuff going on, it's good to start slower, and then gradually, as we mature and as our brain gets used to that ability to focus, then we can start kind of amping up the time there. Okay, so when you're looking at soft style, on the one hand, it's awareness on the inside, relaxation to help those alignments. Hard style, it's tension and muscular strength to build and develop similar alignments. So again, the end goal is the same: good alignment, good movement. The practice is on the hard side, do it hard, obviously. Work it, work your muscles, work your body, work the timing. In the soft style, relax, feel your body, be aware of what you're doing, take your time, and then let the alignments move you. Okay, so I hope this helps your guys' practice. Okay, I'm going to keep on diving into yin and yang with other videos. That's the main thing that I wanted to cover today, was a little bit of a difference between our soft style and our hard style. Soft style is yin, hard style is yang. So we start from the yin, move into the yang, we start from the yang, move into the yin. So in that way, it balances itself out and we start to kind of meet at that precipice. When you have awareness, application becomes easier. If you do not have speed, power, or ability, application is really hard, because then even when you're doing stuff, you're not really doing it, right? So it's important to have both of those. So we always say, train in the hard style to get your yang, train in the soft style to get your yin, and balance yourself as an individual with how you need it. All right, so take it easy, you guys. I hope this helps your practice, and I will catch you on the flip side. Peace.